Alright folks, it is turn 63. The war with Pangaea is officially over, and I am officially backstabbing Shinoyama in order to steal their crystal citadel. I'll then also probably steal this fortress, since it's surrounded by Pangaea, whom I'm not at war with, and I'll just take that and then have my army shuffle away. Probably to handle the Satis situation, because this looks scary, but we're moving a whole bunch of troops northward to, I was about to say allay Shinoyama's suspicions, but actually it's to make Shinoyama more suspicious. and prepare for their attack on me, assuming they launch that attack. They're fairly small and weak at this point. They have some territories over here, but I should be able to punch through with the armies I'm moving north and do some pretty decent damage. Yanlo Wang's about to die of a disease, which is a little bit of a shame. I am still waiting for Ho Senku to heal herself, which I know is hard, and or to heal Li Tieki. Wait, I can't pronounce his name. To heal this guy, because I want his magic back. He's a really good mage, except when he's mute, he's a much worse mage. I would love to have death in my communions. I could still use him to put death in my communions, but I want more death in my communions. Higher level death. Better death. And right now, he's just standing here all mute and stupid, and it's irritating. So, that's basically the whole turn. In terms of research, we're about to hit Thaumaturgy level 8. After that, level 9 will be a few turns. We're taking this province back from Pangaea. They screwed up their scripting this turn a little bit. We've declared a new prophet, so they did hit me with a little force there. I'm just taking provinces back, hit a Black Harpy. I lost an Imperial Consort to Jotunheim patrols, which is sad. And in terms of unexpected events, I found some money, some gems, and some Dominion, all of which are great. So, that is the turn as it stands. As I said, very worried about Satis, just can't deal with them right now. If they attack me, and I'll have to handle it. But right now, I want to swallow some of Shinoyama in order to make myself big and strong. Hopefully big and strong enough to still be relevant in 10 turns. When the game... Honestly, this game looks like it's going the distance, because if you look at the thrones are very, very scattered. You've got... Shinoyama's got a couple, I've got one... Satis has got 2, Pangaea has got 1, Is has got 2, which is impressive for them, Atlantis has got 2, all the underwater nations are still alive, a lot of the land nations are still alive, but, I mean, we've had a lot of defeats, I mean, we've lost 6 nations, but for this stage of the game, all these nations still active is honestly a little bit surprising to me, so we'll see how it goes. Marignan over here seems to be still doing pretty well for themselves. I suspect they're allied with Satis to some degree. We'll see how Is is doing as well. I don't know. I just don't know. I would love to take down that Well of Misery, but I just don't have the gems for it right now. I need to get some Astral Pearls back together. We do have Gop here. We're forging him a little bit more gear, because he's not quite ready for prime time yet, but as soon as we get him a hat, some shoes, and a better weapon than this Herald Lance. Herald Lances are nice and all, but only against undead. They're undead murdering weapons, and that's all they are. So we'll swap that out for a Frostbrand, and we will send him into battle. He does have ice protection and cold power, and so his protection is a lot worse than it could be, but he'll live. Everyone's taken Heat 3, as everyone usually does. So outside of Jotunheim's territory, he's not as impressive as an Ice Devil really should be, but he's still a fairly impressive super combatant, and we'll be able to use him as such. And in fact, we're going to bind another Ice Devil, because we're kind of waiting on research here. After we hit Thaumaturgy level 9, we'll go down Blood a little bit further, get to the Heliophagi, forge some boosters, and should be good. Should be able to cause some chaos with them, assuming we can grab 1 or 2 before Pangaea does. So, that is it. I know it's a brief one. These turns are getting kind of brief just because I'm skimming over a lot of the support stuff I'm doing. I'm still blood hunting, moving blood hunters to Frosted Peaks to blood hunt there as well. Killing off my population pretty quickly, but we're making it happen, and we're building up the blood slaves that we need to actually do things with them. So, it's worth it. Definitely worth it. Hell, I'll start blood hunting this province. I don't give a shit. I'm a madman. In any case, I will see you. Why does this have 475 income? With 4,000 population? Wow, that's impressive. Anyway, I'll see you in the next turn. Okay, turn 64. This is going to be another really, really brief one. We're storming this fort. We are now officially at war with Shinuyama. This, worries me. I've sent Satis a message. Not sure what I can really do if they come to attack me. If they come to attack me, I'm just going to have to kind of gather all my troops and try to oppose them, which will be very difficult because they have all these freaking Wraith Lords flying around. If you look at Trents of War, we can see one of those Wraith Lords in action. It's a Wraith Lord, you guys. It's got a few afflictions, and it's going to cast Soul Vortex, and then Horde of Skeletons. Actually, it only Horde of Skeletons once, and then it's going in melee. Which is, I mean, perfectly fine. It's up against literally one Yogi, so it's not like the Yogi is going to accomplish anything. And this happy little Satisian Lizard Skeleton, which is one of the special ones that they get. The Satisian Lizard Skeletons are pretty decent. Because they have 2 attacks and higher attack skill than normal. A little bit of armor. Not as good as the Olm skeletons, but still not bad. All the skeletons go in against the Yogi, who has cast Astral Shield in the hope it will protect him. It will not protect him against Mindless Undead. And they all just go in to attack him until finally they manage to stab him and he dies. Great. The People's Death Match is scheduled in 3 months' time. Which I don't think I can effectively win. Well, I might be able to send an Ice Devil. In any case, I'm sending Gap north here. He's got Prot 20, even in Heat 2, which is nice, but his stats are being lowered by the heat. He's still pretty decent. He's still fine. And with this gear, he's gonna rock the clock. So Bixie is binding another Ice Devil. We are empowering Amiya so that she can forge blood boosters, and we can ratchet up to try and get some of the Heliophagi. Blood economy going alright. We're just moving troops up here to make sure Shinuyama doesn't try to attack me. And we're going to push a scout a little bit deeper into Shinoyaman territory. And yeah, things are moving along. We have used up exactly all of our blood slaves. Kantena is heading down here to help blood hunt this province. And it should be pretty good. Umang, you have all these cavalry and you're just kind of sitting around. Okay, why don't you go over there with those? We'll gather up some troops and attack Amber Fields pretty soon. We're also moving a whole bunch of mages up north to form part of the oncoming communion. And we'll send a couple of these guys along with. You should be researching down here. Only got a couple more green lions. Because they're casting Auspex and Haruspex and all those spells. Why don't you cast, yeah, keep casting Haruspex. I could use more nature gems. Albeit it is a little bit late in the game to be searching real intensely. Could kind of be going with what you got at this moment, but we'll roll on for a little while. And yeah, that is the plan. Research, please. We'll see how well, we'll see if Satis is interested in turning on me or if they're going to roll in some other direction. But honestly, looking at it, I think they're probably going to swoop up here to take these provinces out, finish off Bandar Log. And then, like, this is all Marignan over here. Because Marignan is up there, and then Marignan is also down here. So they've got a substantial grip of territory in this region. And after, I think Satis and Marignan are allied. So I think after that he comes after me. We'll see how that goes. I'm not super optimistic. But like I said, I'm just in this party to survive as long as I can. Oh, that's right, I was building a lab over here and now I don't have the money. Okay, that's fine. We will simply carry on. So, that's the turn. Research-wise, Thaumaturgy level 9 in about 3 turns, and then we will have Master Enslave, and so our communions will be able to drop that fat, heavy Master Enslave all over the faces of our enemy, and it'll be great. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all in turn 65. Alright, folks, Mandala turn 65. The most interesting thing in this turn, first of all, we've summoned a second Frost Devil, Oriax. So he has water level 3, and comes with a Frost Brand. I'm forging another Frost Brand anyway right now. I'm forging a full kit of gear with him, because I'm not sure if when I give him the shield, the Frost Brand will be automatically replaced. And, whether it is or not, having another Frost Brand will be good, so he's not actually going to end up with that. So I'm forging him. He's getting a Scutata Volturnus, the shield that electrocutes people, a Dragon Helmet for morale and fire resistance, since he is susceptible to fire, rainbow armor for higher magic resistance, as well as an amulet of anti-magic. He actually needs regeneration, I've just realized. That he needs regeneration. So, if we're getting him the amulet of anti-magic, we'll push him up to 21. Rainbow armor is really good, but that just means he needs some regeneration as well. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it. In any case, Gap, we just gave a ring of regeneration. We could give him this full kit again. It's pretty nature gem intensive, which I'm not a huge fan of because I need my nature gems for stuff and things. But in any case, Gap the Ice Devil is leading a few troops to lock down this fortress. We have... Shinuyama is clearly taking a page out of Pan's book in terms of assassinations. So in Wick, you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my mages leading the attack were assassinated. And they're all, I think, Imperial Geomancers. There's a eunuch. Yeah, 6 Imperial Geomancers and a eunuch, all assassinated. These ladies, I think they're all equipped identically and very, very cheaply. Oh, nope, they're equipped differently. This one has a lightning spear. So they've got random little bits of magical equipment. And those little bits of magical equipment are enough for them to beat up on my little old men, who are very bad at fighting. One of them here had an amulet of the dead, and so summoned 1 skeleton. This one has a bottle of living water. So yeah, they're all geared with just random bits of assassination equipment. And that's enough. But what we're doing here is we're just patrolling with everybody, and we'll catch them, and when we catch them, all of our mages who aren't yet dead, we'll fight them with all of my troops that are being led by them, and they should be able to wipe them all out. So that's how you have to deal with assassins. Unfortunately, assassins are very, very effective defensively. Assassins who are cooped up in forts under siege can, hilariously enough, just assassinate people in the siege camp. And there's no real way to stop it. So, if you're attacking a nation that has access to assassins, like Shinuyama and Pangaea do, you just kind of pay the price. You bring along some extra commanders is what you do. So, which reminds me, I need to actually start pumping out some extra commanders up here, and then just chaff infantry. That's fine. So, we're moving up here to lock down Amber Fields. If they try to assassinate Gop, they're going to get riggedy wrecked, because he is super powerful. He regenerates at 20%, so he regenerates 17 hit points or 18 hit points a turn. He has the Vine Shield. He can beat almost any assassination. You could probably still kill him with enough Swarm, but because he doesn't kill Swarm bugs very quickly. But even then, it'd be tough. We're also gearing up Oriax. We're giving him winged shoes, so he'll be able to fly, which will be hilarious, especially in combination with the fact that he can quicken himself. And he'll zap to the back and do some damage. Meanwhile, down here, like I said, we're just patrolling with these guys. I hate that every time I select him, he stops casting Voice of Apsu. Cast Voice of Apsu, damn it. Yeah, blood hunting continuing apace. We're getting, bouncing between 50 and 60 blood slaves per turn, and we're about to start getting more because we're beginning to blood hunt Frosted Peaks as well. You can see we are definitely burning down the population of these provinces that we're blood hunting, but that's okay. It is worth it. It is very, very worth it. Yeah, see, 50 brigands and troublemakers, I think that's well over 100 population in one turn. But we are doing it to it. Also up here, in Wick, the enemy popped out with a Wraith Lord who is scripted to cast Wind of Death, which is once again, very effective. He's just grinding me down. Doing so very, very well. He's got this Wraith Lord. We gave him a bunch of death gems and some amulets of anti-magic to ensure, and a spell focus to give him higher penetration, because the Wind of Death is an MR check. And what Wind of Death does is, if you fail the MR check, you begin to decay. And so the Wind of Death got a couple of people pretty good. Pretty significant fraction of my troops, actually. Plus, of course, it triggered all my gem spending. So I wasted a whole bunch of gems in a way that didn't really accomplish anything. And a whole lot of my troops got decayed. I think even one of my mages did. Yeah, Zaran, the Adept of the Golden Order, got hit with decay. So, yep, that happened to me. And so, of course, when the battle ends, everyone who's decaying who hasn't already died pretty much just decays to death. It's possible to survive being decayed, but very unlikely. So you can see I lost an Adept, I lost a Barbarian Chief, a Commander, I lost 5 of my eunuchs. 5. As well as 7 Imperial Geomancers, which is actually impressive because their magic resistance is quite high. And a ton of troops, 200 troops, from I think 3 castings of Yeah, I think it was 3 castings of the Wind of Death. Wind of Death is a very, very powerful spell. So, he blew a bunch of gems, but of course I blew even more gems. I did go on to take the fortress because there was nothing inside it, and relatively low losses. I lost 1 Imperial Geomancer, probably to a random arrow. I'm not even going to bother watching that battle. And yeah, so we've taken the fortress, we've taken the Crystal Citadel. I don't actually have any money right now. For the first time in the game, I'm notably and decidedly cash-strapped. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cancel these troops down here, because I do want to start recruiting some mages and stuff. And I'm going to cancel these Imperial Horsemen down here, because they're very expensive in terms of gold, comparatively speaking. Instead, we're going to focus on Imperial City Guard. Imperial City Guard have a great big whack and patrol bonus. So by pumping out a lot of Imperial City Guard, we can help defend ourselves against assassins. Although, as I said, assassins used defensively, very, very difficult to stop. And what we're going to do here is we're going to recruit, yeah, Imperial City Guard are still the most efficient, I think. So 3 of those plus a ministry. And we're going to pump out just cheapo commanders in order to mitigate the effects of the assassinations. This is like, it's just, you're just paying the assassin tax is all it is. These guys are going to swing back down to help give me the manpower to take out High Woods. Like I said, I'm hoping with the patrolling that I'll catch and kill most or all of his assassins up in this area. And then I can move down to High Woods and take them out without too much trouble. I actually want more bodies. 6, 7 versus 4. Not really worth worrying about that difference, so we'll just go with that. We'll get some troops down here. We'll take out High Woods. It'll be a good time, and we're also pushing up there into Shinuyama, and we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm not going to win this game at this point, but I will definitely have some fun with my Ice Devils and Frost Fiends and such before I go down. So, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in turn 66. Okay, folks, turn 66. Shinuyama is engaging in asymmetric warfare with me here in Asia. They sent a geared Wraith Lord Thug, Timu's cute little sister. First, they wiped out they beat back the troops that I had here, and they did it mainly because, although I had my Ice Devil there, I also had all those patrolling troops. Where is she? There he is. You can see, he's geared out to the 9s. He's got the Flesh Eater, so he is berserking, so he won't retreat. And, he just got surrounded by troops and and HP routed me, so we can actually look at that battle first. This one right here. I had the guy there who could have killed him, but as you can see, I have all these troops here that are all patrolling and stuff, and then I have Gop with the Ice Devil with the Frostbrand with the 27 magical damage, plus the Barbed Tail attack, plus the Gore attack. He could have killed him, but just didn't have the oomph for it because the Itimu's cute little sister here put up Soul Vortex, and then got surrounded by troops entirely. And so, was constantly murdering them, and any damage was instantly regenerated. In fact, you can see HP is going up over time. So we're up to 62. And then HP stops going up, but that's fine because damage is not happening. And just murdering a couple people every turn until my army routs. And meanwhile, my Ice Devil back here, come here you. Stop it. Meanwhile, Gop the Ice Devil back here is all raring to go, ready to party, but can't quite get there because of all the troops in the way. And so, and of course we can't Frozen Heart this guy because he's 25 cold resistant, and has heroic precision, which doesn't really help him much, but especially with the boots of quickness and the regeneration and the magic resistance and all, he's just he's just not gonna die. Now Soul Slay will get him because his magic resistance is only 20. So a Soul Slay Communion could kill him, but hitting him with a Soul Slay Communion would be very difficult. So we all rout, and Gop runs away, and everybody runs away, and it's all very sad. Meantime, we lost a couple more scouts, we killed a couple of scouts, but none of the assassins, so they must have run as soon as they'd done their dirty work. They'll have gone down here, probably. They may be filtering down back to the main body of Shinuyama's territory. And, that's always a little bit sad to hear. Shinuyama is patrolling out my scouts aggressively. That's fine. So I've lost this province, but I'm setting up blood hunting down here and also here. So my blood hunting is growing faster than he's killing it. This turn, He did manage to push me out of Asia before I could blood hunt, but that's okay. I'll roll back in. I'm sending back in Auriax. Auriax keeps his Frostbrand, turns out, so he has the Scutata Volturnus, which will be dropping Shocking Grasp, which is actually a pretty powerful spell. Very powerful, 18 armor negating damage. And he has the Frostbrand and the Barbed Tail. He's got shock resistance himself, plus the stun effect. He's got an Amulet of Anti-Magic, Winged Shoes, Rainbow Armor, and a Dragon Helmet for fire resistance to cancel out his weakness to fire. Then I've got Gop up here. He's got the Frostbrand, the Barbed Tail, the Gore. That weapon, I'm not sure what that weapon is exactly again. Ah, the Hellsword. Yeah, the Hellsword is actually a nice weapon, and I wish I could kind of keep it, but it's a good anti-thug weapon, but taking away the Vine Shield would make him a lot more vulnerable to being surrounded. So, like, for the purpose of killing Wraith Lords, the Hellsword is a lot better, since it does a lot more damage and has a higher attack value, because its attack bonus is 5. But for the purpose of fighting swarms of units, this is much better kit, because it pushes his defense skill higher, it does AoE cold damage, and it gives him it gives him the entangling effect to prevent others from attacking him. I'm going to take it off, though, because he's trying to hunt that Wraith Lord. So what we're doing is Gop is hopping over here, in case this Wraith Lord tries to jump down here and breed me. And Auriax is moving north to retake the province. This army doesn't quite have the siege strength to bust this fort in one turn, so it's holding on for now. Holding on for a hero till the end of the night. Lutung Pin. We're going to give all these boyos, and he is gonna, well, he's gonna, yeah, he'll hop over this way. Start moving up towards the front line. And I've realized this turn that I'm being dumb. I have all these blood slaves, and guess what? I have a Death 3 mage. So really, as soon as I hit blood 7, I can just start summoning vampires. Well, I have to get her up one more blood level. One more death level, sorry. So what I need to do for that is I need to get hold of a Skullface or something. I'm going to contact Satis and ask if I can buy one. Buy a Skullface or a Skull of... no, a Skull of Fire is a fire booster. Something. See if I can get a hold of something. This army is just going to stay here and patrol for now, just in case. It looks like Satis is moving away from me, which is great. But I'm a little bit worried still. I got this guy from a random event. This lady, I'm sorry. This is a Crystal Maiden on a Pegasus. So I got this lady from a random event. She's kind of cool. She's a flying leader, which is nice if I ever had flyers, which I don't at the moment. I could summon Celestial Hounds, but my air gems are a little bit too precious for that. And down here, once again, just gathering up troops to go bust this fort, which, of course, Shiniyama can't protect because it is surrounded by Pangaea. So it should be good. So that's the turn. Pretty brief one once again. But we're just rolling our way up towards those vampires and heliophagi, and it should be a good old time. These two got pushed out of Asia when they retreated, so they're going to move down here to Frosted Peaks, which we are going to hunt the hell out of, and we will go full on Blood Tianchi, which our scales are definitely helping us with. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all in turn 67.